Hey everyone, welcome to the deep dive. We love to go deep on really interesting topics, and today we're diving in something pretty cool. Um, the Swalife Biotech Industry Connect program.
Yeah.
So we're going to explore this program, figure out what it offers, and see if it might be the right fit for you. If you're thinking about a career in biotech.
And I think this is a great time to be thinking about biotech. It's
Yeah,
such a booming industry. There are so many innovations happening all the time. And there's a huge demand for people who are, skilled and knowledgeable in this field.
absolutely. So let's just jump right into it.
Hmm.
What exactly is this Swalife program all about? And what makes it different from, just like reading a textbook or something?
Well, one of the things that really excites me about Swalife's approach is how they blend this cutting-edge technology with a really practical, hands-on learning experience.
Right.
So it's not just about theory, it's about giving you the tools and the skills to apply what you're learning in the real world.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So they also mentioned something about AI and even using it in traditional herbal medicine research, which kind of blew my mind.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
Well, they have this really cool AI-powered platform that allows researchers to test the effectiveness of different herbs and plants like wheatgrass and moringa, those things you see at the health food store.
Wow. So they're using AI to study these ancient remedies. That's pretty wild. I'm guessing this is part of their focus on what's called decentralized clinical trials.
Yes, exactly.
I keep hearing that term, but I'm not really sure I understand what it means.
Yeah, it's a huge trend right now.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, decentralized trials mean that we can conduct research outside of those traditional hospital or clinical settings.
Okay.
So participants can actually use wearable technology to collect data from the comfort of their own homes.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's all about making research more accessible and patient-centric.
I see. And AI, I'm guessing, plays a big role in analyzing all of this data.
Absolutely. AI is essential for processing these massive amounts of data that come from these decentralized trials, and it can do it in real time.
Wow.
Yeah, so researchers can identify patterns and trends much faster than they could with traditional methods.
Okay, that sounds really powerful. And I see that Swalife even has a specific course dedicated to AI and decentralized observational clinical trial.
They do.
But let's be honest, that's a little bit of a mouthful.
It is, yeah.
So what would somebody actually learn in a course like that?
Well, you would learn how to design these decentralized trials, how to use wearable technology to collect data, and how to use AI to analyze that data and actually draw some meaningful conclusions from it.
Okay.
It's really about becoming a leader in this new era of research.
I see. So we've got AI-powered research, decentralized trials. Is there anything else that really stands out about this Swalife program?
Well, they also offer a really great basic course in clinical research, which provides a solid foundation for anyone who's interested in the field. So it covers all those fundamental concepts of clinical research, like designing studies, understanding regulations, and interpreting data.
So that sounds like a good starting point for someone who's maybe new to the world of clinical research.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the great thing is it complements the more specialized courses, like the one on decentralized trials.
Right.
So you can kind of build your knowledge in a step-by-step way.
I like that. So it's like building blocks,
Yeah, exactly.
layering the knowledge as you go. And speaking of specific areas, I noticed they also have an internship program.
They do.
What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, the Swalife Biotech Decentralized Internship Program is where things get really interesting because it gives you that opportunity to put everything you've learned into practice.
Okay.
So you'll get hands-on experience designing your own decentralized trials, collecting data, even registering studies on clinicaltrials.gov.
Wait, did you say registering studies on clinicaltrials.gov?
Yeah.
Isn't that a pretty big deal? I mean,
Yeah.
that's like a real-world, publicly accessible database.
It is, and that kind of experience is invaluable if you're looking to launch a career in clinical research because it shows potential employers that you have those real-world skills,
Absolutely.
that you can hit the ground running, plus you get to work alongside experienced professionals and you can see what it's really like to be part of a research team.
Okay, so that's a serious resume booster for sure.
Absolutely.
So far, we've got these really cutting-edge courses, a practical internship program. What else should we know about this Swalife Biotech Industry Connect program?
Well, they also have some other fascinating courses that delve into specific areas like AI in virtual drug discovery and
Oh,
pharmacovigilance.
Pharmacovigilance.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, I have no idea what that means, but it sounds important.
It is. It's all about making sure that drugs are safe once they're on the market. It's kind of like the detective work of the pharmaceutical world.
Oh, okay.
So you monitor data, you look for any side effects or risks, and you work to minimize any potential harm to patients.
So it's like the safety net, making sure new drugs are used responsibly. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, especially with all the innovation happening in AI and drug discovery. It's good to know they're covering that aspect as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And they also have a podcast discussion in the program where they talk about future trends in clinical research, and they specifically focus on the impact of AI machine learning and these decentralized trials we were discussing.
So they're really giving you a glimpse into the future of the field.
Exactly.
I can see why someone would be drawn to a program like this. It's like they're really preparing you for what's next in biotech.
Absolutely. It's about giving you those skills and that knowledge to be a leader, an innovator, and a problem solver in this rapidly evolving field.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground already, but there's still so much more to explore in this wildlife program.
There is.
So much more to unpack.
In the next part of our deep dive, we'll be taking a closer look at some of these specific courses and how they can really help you achieve your career goals in this really exciting field. Welcome back to the deep dive. So we're continuing our exploration of this Swalife Biotech Industry Connect program, and believe me, there's still so much to uncover.
I know, right? Last time we got a taste of their internship program and some of those core courses, but now I'm really curious to learn more about the AI side of things.
Yeah.
They seem to be really leaning into that, especially with drug discovery.
Yeah, they are. And for good reason, AI is completely transforming how we discover new drugs, making it faster, cheaper, and much more efficient. And Swalife has this course called Basic Course in AI-Driven Drug Discovery, and it lays the foundation for understanding this incredible technology.
Okay. But for someone like me who's, more familiar with a cup of chamomile than like complex algorithms, what does AI-driven drug discovery even mean?
Well, imagine you're trying to find a specific molecule that could be the key to developing a new life-saving drug. Traditionally, researchers would have to test thousands, even millions of different compounds in the lab, and this could take years, and it would cost a fortune.
Yeah, that sounds incredibly tedious and expensive.
It is, but AI changes everything. It can analyze huge data sets of information about all these different molecules, and then it predicts which ones are most likely to be effective against a particular disease. It's like having this superpowered research assistant who can sift through mountains of data in a blink of an eye.
So it's all about speed and efficiency, getting those potential treatments to patients faster.
Exactly. And Swalife's AI-driven drug discovery course teaches you how to actually use these tools, how to interpret the data, and how to contribute to this really exciting new frontier of research.
Okay, that makes sense. But are we talking about like replacing scientists with robots here? Is that the future of drug discovery?
Not at all. AI is a tool, a powerful one, but it still needs human expertise and ingenuity. What AI does is it frees up scientists from those tedious, repetitive tasks so they can focus on the big picture creative problem solving and making those strategic decisions.
So it's more about collaboration than replacement,
Mhm.
working with AI to enhance what we can already do.
Exactly. It's about combining the best of human intelligence with the power of AI to achieve those breakthroughs that just wouldn't be possible otherwise.
I like that perspective. So we've talked about like the basics of AI-driven drug discovery. What about the AI and virtual drug discovery course you mentioned earlier? How is that different?
Think of it as the next level.
Yeah.
This course goes into these advanced techniques like network pharmacology.
Okay.
So imagine this map of all the interactions happening in the body, your genes, proteins, pathways, and how a drug might affect those interactions. Network pharmacology helps us understand these super complex relationships.
So it's like a systems level view of how drugs work in the body. That sounds really complicated.
It is, and that's where AI is so helpful. It helps us analyze these intricate networks and make predictions about how a drug might behave.
And they also mentioned something called molecular docking.
Right. It's like a virtual puzzle. We use AI to see how a specific drug molecule fits into a protein target in the body.
I see.
And if it fits well, it's more likely to be effective. It's a way of designing drugs that are precisely targeted to those specific mechanisms in the body.
Wow, this is all starting to sound very high tech.
Yeah.
I'm curious, is this program only for people who are already like experts in AI or computer science?
Not at all. Swalife's approach is all about building your understanding step by step. Even if you're brand new to these concepts, the courses are designed to be accessible, and they provide you with all the support you need to grasp these really complex ideas.
I bet those Q&A sessions with experts are really helpful too.
Absolutely. You can ask questions, get clarification, and learn from people who are actually working on the front lines of the field.
That's amazing. Okay, so we've talked about AI-powered drug discovery, but Swalife also offers a course on pharmacovigilance, which we touched on briefly before. Can you remind us what that's all about?
Pharmacovigilance is all about safety. It's the process of monitoring drugs once they're available to patients, making sure they're being used effectively and safely.
That sounds like a super important job, especially with all these new drugs being developed all the time.
It is, and it's a growing field with lots of career opportunities.
Yeah.
In this course, you learn how to collect and analyze data on drug safety, how to identify potential risks, and really how to contribute to protecting public health.
It's like being a detective, searching for clues that can help improve drug safety.
That's a great analogy. You're constantly analyzing data, looking for patterns, and trying to stay ahead of any potential problems. It's challenging, but incredibly rewarding.
So we've got AI-driven drug discovery, the crucial role of pharmacovigilance. What other hidden gems are tucked away in this program?
One that often gets overlooked is pharmaceutical regulatory affairs. And this is basically navigating the complex world of drug approvals and regulations.
Ah, yes, the red tape of the pharmaceutical world. I guess it doesn't sound quite as exciting as AI-powered drug discovery, but I imagine it's super important.
It is. Without regulatory affairs, professionals, no new drug would ever make it to market.
Right.
They're the ones who ensure that every step of the process, from development to manufacturing to distribution, meets those strict safety and quality standards.
So it's about protecting patients and making sure new treatments are safe and effective.
Exactly. And it's a field that requires a lot of attention to detail, excellent communication skills, and a deep understanding of all those regulations governing the pharmaceutical industry.
It sounds like a very specialized role, but an absolutely essential one.
It is, and Swalife actually has a podcast discussion in the program on pharmaceutical regulatory affairs skills and entry-level jobs. So if you're interested in that path, that's a great resource.
Okay, so we've covered AI, drug safety, and navigating regulations. It seems like this program really is giving you a whole toolbox, for launching a biotech career.
It is, but what's even more impressive is that they don't just focus on the technical skills.
No, tell me more.
They also have these fantastic sessions on what we call soft skills.
Okay.
Things like analytical skills for entrepreneurs and students, emotional resilience skills to survive in startup journey, and disruptive innovation in technology and healthcare, all led by guest speakers. These are all about developing that critical thinking, communication, and problem-solving skills you need to thrive in this fast-paced, constantly evolving environment.
Wow, that's a lot of extras.
It is, but it shows that Swalife understands that a successful career in biotech requires more than just technical expertise. You need to be able to work well in a team, communicate your ideas clearly, and adapt to all that change.
So it's really about the whole package.
Yeah.
Those technical skills, the soft skills, the real-world experience, and making those connections. It's all there in this Swalife program.
Yeah. It really is. They've thought of everything. And then on top of all of that, they also organize two amazing conferences, the second annual Swalife International Research Conference and the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Innovation Conference.
Conferences. What kind of opportunities do those offer?
These conferences bring together leading experts, researchers, and industry professionals from all over the world. It's an amazing opportunity to learn about the latest breakthroughs, network with potential mentors and collaborators, and really just immerse yourself in the world of biotech.
Okay, it's official. This program is jam-packed, with opportunities. It's almost overwhelming.
You're right. It is a lot to take in. So in the final part of our deep dive, we'll help you connect the dots and figure out how to make the most of this Swalife Biotech Industry Connect program.
Welcome back to the deep dive. So we've spent this whole episode talking about the Swalife Biotech Industry Connect program. And wow, there's a lot to it.
I know, right? It's pretty amazing.
AI, drug discovery, decentralized trials, soft skills conferences is almost overwhelming.
It is. There's a lot packed into this program, but it just shows how comprehensive it is and how many different aspects of biotech it covers.
Right. So let's try to bring it all together for our listeners. If someone's out there and they're like, yeah, biotech, that's where I want to be. What makes this Swalife program stand out from the crowd?
Well, for me, it all comes back to that hands-on learning. They don't just focus on theory. They really emphasize how to apply what you're learning in the real world.
Right, like that internship program we talked about where you actually design your own trials and you register them on clinicaltrials.gov.
I mean, exactly. That's huge. It's one thing to read about it in a textbook, but it's a completely different thing to actually do it.
Right.
And that kind of experience on your resume shows potential employers that you're not just someone who knows the concepts, but you can actually put them into practice.
Absolutely. And those Q&A sessions with the experts, I mean, that's gold.
Oh, yeah.
It's not every day you get to talk to people who are at the forefront of the industry.
Right. You can pick their brains, get insights. make connections that could be really helpful later on in your career.
It's like having a direct line to mentors and potential employers.
Yeah.
And also the fact that Swalife is putting so much emphasis on AI and decentralized trials.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the future.
Absolutely. Those are the trends that are shaping the entire industry, and this program is giving you the skills to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Whether you're into drug discovery research, you know, pharmacovigilance, regulatory affairs, whatever it is, they've got you covered.
And they don't just stop at the technical stuff either, which I really appreciate. I love that they also have these sessions on soft skills, things like communication, emotional resilience,
Mhm.
entrepreneurship.
Yeah, those are so important.
Right, because those are the skills that can make or break you in any career.
Exactly. Technical expertise is obviously essential, but you also need to know how to work in a team, how to get your ideas across clearly, and how to adapt to this, constantly changing world.
So it's really about the whole package, the technical skills, the soft skills, the real-world experience, the connections. It's all in this Swalife program.
It really is. It's pretty impressive. And then they have those conferences, too.
Oh, yeah, the conferences.
Where you can connect with other professionals, hear from these amazing speakers, and just learn about all the latest breakthroughs. It's a chance to really immerse yourself in the world of biotech.
Okay, so let's be real for a second. This program sounds amazing, but it also sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a big commitment. So how do you know if it's the right fit for you?
That's a great question. And I think it comes down to, passion and purpose. Are you truly passionate about biotech? Do you see yourself making a difference in this field? If the answer is yes, then this program could be an incredible launchpad for you. It's challenging, but it's also super rewarding.
I love that it's not just about getting a job. It's about finding a career that really lights you up, that aligns with your values. So if there's someone listening right now and they're feeling that spark, that pull toward the world of biotech, what would you say to them?
I would say go for it. Explore this Swalife program, dig into the details, read the testimonials, and see if it feels right for you.
I agree. It could be the first step on a really incredible journey.
Absolutely. The future of biotech is wide open, and with the right knowledge and skills, you can be a part of something truly amazing.
And on that note, that wraps up our deep dive into the Swalife Biotech Industry Connect program. Thanks for joining us, and we hope this has given you the insights and maybe even the inspiration to take that next step on your biotech journey.